without further ado, we'd like to introduce you to undefeated 135-pound NFC amateur Alex Gordy. Let's see what we got. Alex.
How's it going? Can you hear me?
Clear, man. I love the setup, bro. Where we at right now?
I'm at my friend Dylan's house. I can't claim this. It's all him, man.
Okay, so you knew you was coming on the pod, so it was like, let me get right.
Exactly.
That's what's up, man. Go ahead, sport the eye for me, man. Show me what we're working with.
Yeah, we got some stitches, we got some blackness, a little bit of busted blood vessels, but it's all good.
It's all good, man. You come out, you get your hand raised. Big victory over Will Hughes this weekend. You've improved your record to 3-0. Walk us through the fight, man. Walk us through the fight, man.
He came out really like a lot tougher than I thought he would. There wasn't really a filling out process, you know. I kind of opened up with some kicks, and then he said, "All right, I'm taking you down. Put me against the cage. Got a takedown on me," which all credit to him. I did not think he was going to shoot on me. That was something I really didn't expect. But he surprised me, man. He was really tough, and he definitely put me through some adversity that first round. I had to like reassess myself a little bit in the corner.
Word, you recessed yourself a little bit in the corner. What was being said? What did your coaches from Bad Apple tell you, in between the rounds?
We have this thing, like, we don't really bring out the stool unless it was like a close round or you lose the round or something. And I turned around, I saw Joe bringing in the stool. I was like, oh man. I was like, yeah, that was a close round. I sat down. I was like, he might have got that one. I was like, it was close, but he might have got that one. Joe was like, yeah, I agree. And then I told him, I was like, hey, I feel fine though. I was like, I got a little cut. I'm good though. I was like, I'm back in it. It's like, this round, it's mine, bro. So we were confident going into that. We didn't let that first round get to me too much.
There was a little bit of a height discrepancy, man. You were a little bit short of the fighter. I mean, Alex is tall. Will was a tall and lengthy fighter. You're a little bit more shorter than him. How did that affect the game plan?
Honestly, not much at all, because the guys I train with, Joe, my coach, he's 6'4". We got another guy 6'5". Like, I trained with tall guys this entire camp, and I was ready for the height difference.
Indeed. So round 2 comes along. You knew round 1 was a close round. You go out there, y'all get into y'all start scrapping again, man. How were you able to finish that fight?
Honestly, just all the training I do. Like, my style is to just smother and drown people and take them to deep water with me. I'm comfortable in that because, like, I train in those situations. I train like to be in deep water. So when I pull people out there with me, it's just sink or swim, and I was once swimming. So
just talking to Jesse Wable, I saw you online. I'm not sure how much you heard about that. There was some people could say that fight was stopped a touch early. Your thoughts on the stoppage?
In the moment, it felt right. I saw Will kind of turn over and kind of gasped a little bit. I didn't know how bad he was hurt. I was landing big shots. And when I saw him kind of turn over and cover his face, I started backing off a little bit before the ref even got there. And I rewatched the fight, and the announcers, they said it was over before the ref pulled it off too. But rewatching it, I think he could have went a little longer. I think he just made it look worse than what it was by covering up like that, though. But it is amateurs and stuff too, which is we're not getting paid for this. You can't let somebody get their brains beat in and stuff. I still had a minute left to work, and I was in a good position. So,
in a great position, you get the TKO victory, round 2. You're now 4-0, Alex, man. And look, I was just telling Jesse, bro, like, I'm not even a closet Alex Gordy fan. Like, I'm a fan, bro. Like, I remember watching you fight at Tannery Row when I screwed up your hometown.
It's cool.
When I screwed that up. But like, you just have a certain style about you, man. Like, you just don't seem like you're scared in there. Like, you're really coming forward. As you said earlier, you're really trying to drown these people, man. What's next? What do you want from the NFC?
I'm not really a big call out guy. I'm kind of quiet. Don't talk a lot of trash or anything like that. But no, I am 4-0 now. I have 3 out of 4 of my fights are finishes. No, I think that fight you guys mentioned earlier with Earl McKinney would be a great one. Honestly, like, I like fun fights, and I really I watched Earl. I watched all of his fights. I watched it before. I knew who he was before I started my own career. So that was somebody I kind of had my eye on already. So I think it'd be a good fight.
I'm sure Jesse is somewhere watching and probably smiling too. I think that's a great fight as well. Now, now that we talked about the fight, the experience fighting at the Battery.
It's awesome. Definitely my favorite venue so far. It was a great experience. The atmosphere, just seeing that line at the beginning. I kept peeking out and just saw like how you mentioned earlier, it was just wrapped all the way out the left field. I was like, wow, this is gonna be a fun night.
For sure. Nah, it was you said you saw the line going to left field. So y'all listening. That's crazy. It was a beautiful venue, man. Just making that walk down into the cage, like from the stairs and like you looking down into the cage. What were your emotions actually walking into the cage?
I was a little nervous backstage before I went out, but as soon as my walkout song started playing, it just all went away. I felt good. I just took my time. You kind of walked me through that when I was heading down the stairs. I saw you told me to slow down a little bit, and I was like, all right, you're right. So it all calmed my nerves. I was pretty confident as soon as I started making the walkout, though. And then when you get in the cage, everything goes away. You get the tunnel vision, you get the adrenaline, and you just feel good. Like there was nothing to be afraid of when I got in there.
We just had somebody from Facebook ask, what did you think of the cage size difference?
I'm not gonna lie, it did catch me off guard a little bit. I'm not gonna complain. I like the cage being smaller, like it creates a lot of action, I believe. But my style, I like to move in and out, and like at the very beginning of the fight, I think I stepped either against the cage or something. I twisted my ankle like right in like the first 10 seconds. It's swollen right now, but that was the only thing that really like gave me an issue. But like that was my fault. I should have circled the cage more and like practiced my steps and stuff. But I like the cage. I think the small cages are more fun.
That's what's up. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Alex Gordy joining me here on NFC Now, show number 23, following his big TKO victory over Will Hughes in the second round of NFC. 153. Alex, you mentioned earlier about this being an amateur fight. You're not trying to get anybody's brains beat in. You're sporting a nasty black eye. What is a typical Monday through Friday look for you? Like, what do you do outside of fighting?
I'm a kickboxing trainer for like fitness. It's not like a hands-on where you're punching or sparring, nothing like that. It's just like a fitness gym. People come in, I put them through kickboxing workouts. So I get up, I do that, I work all day, and then I head to the gym. So I always have bags around me. I'm always hitting the bags. I'm always training. I'm always working out. So I'm like indulged in this right now.
So there was nobody asking you, like, you didn't have to go to no regular job where people were like, yo, what the hell happened, bro?
Nah, they already knew what was up. They saw my posters hanging up. They knew I was fighting. A lot of them came out. Thank you guys for that, by the way. I had a lot of friends and family make it out. I really appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, no, there definitely was a pop when I said your name. Now, it seemed like Will had a little bit more of a pop, man. Did you feel like you were in enemy territory?
Oh, man, dude. Did you hear the boos I got after I won? I was like, wow. I liked it, though. I liked it. Like, that's what the sport's about. But it was crazy. Like, I know Warrior, BJJ, they showed up, man. They had 3 people fighting on that card. And I know that's 3 fighters worth of fans right there. And I just had my fam had a couple come down from Ohio, and some come from my job, some that I train, teammates, stuff like that. But I was definitely outnumbered in that arena that night.
Now, yo, people back home, did they get a little chuckle? Because I noticed like you and I made a little acknowledgement when I said Chili Compton.
Yeah, I liked it. So it's kind of just like a running joke up there. It's Chillicothe, but like it's not like not the greatest city. I think we're ranked number 1 most dangerous city in Ohio this past year. So we kind of made it a running joke, calling it Chillicompton, straight out of Chillicompton, stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, just call it that if it's easier to say.
I remember, linking up with you at Layers, and you were like, yo, like, call it Chillicompton. And then when I said it, it's like you looked at me like because I'm in y'all's faces when we're doing those intros. And like when I said it, you looked at me, you were like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
I didn't think you'd remember. I was like, he actually did it.
Yeah, no, I wrote it down, man. I try to be as professional as possible when it comes to this, man. Give everybody their due diligence, man, especially somebody like you, man, somebody who goes out there and fights their ass off every time you step in there. Now, my follow-up to that, man, being that you do fight your ass off, Alex, why do you decide on a Friday night in the middle of March to get half naked and step into a cage against somebody else who wants to take your head off?
I don't know, I think it's just something I just grew up wanting to do, man. I liked watching the sport when I was younger. I wrestled throughout middle school, high school, and college. It just seemed something that was kind of inevitable, you know. I moved down here to Georgia. I didn't even plan on fighting when I moved down here to Georgia. I was bored, looked up MMA gyms around me because I wanted to learn some jiu-jitsu. I found Coach Joe, and he taught me into getting in the cage. I was like, yeah, I'll try it out, and I just fell in love with it, man. Got nothing else to do, so.
Word, man. You're doing it, man. You're doing it at a very high clip, man. You're undefeated as a 135 pounder. As you continue to do it and find success in it too, I'm sure that builds your confidence as a martial artist, man. Like, where do you see this going?
And I'm not sure. I think about it all the time. I'm like, I would love to make it to a big promotion like the UFC, Bellator, ONE FC, or something like that. But like, I'm just setting the bar as high as I can, and then wherever I make it, I make it. I'm just gonna take it one step at a time. I'm not rushing anything like that. If I do want to, if I really start indulging myself into this more, I'm gonna make some changes. I'm probably gonna drop down in weight, get down back to 125 like I wrestled in college. Just a more natural weight. 135 is really easy for me to make, so I feel a little small at that weight. But if I do decide to go big in this, then I gotta make some changes.
For sure. Now you said you grew up watching UFC was something that you were real interested in. Like that young man, that young Alex Gordy, man, that was in Chillicothe, watching UFC. What would you think about the man who just got his hand raised and became 4-0 at the Battery and live at the Battery in Atlanta, Georgia? What do you think about that guy?
He'd be surprised I was actually doing it because I never been in like a real fight before. Like outside of it, I'm pretty quiet, pretty chill. I don't like have issues with anybody, so I always been kind of a pacifist. Never really wanting to fight or cause conflict, nothing like that. So like younger me, like looking at this, I'd be like, wow, I'm actually in there, like doing that. Like what changed?
And kicking ass too.
Right.
Like let's be real, bro. Like you in there, like you really be getting to it, Alex. And it's like, bro, like you have a very calm demeanor. Even like talking to you at weigh-ins, bro. Like as you were signing the posters, I'm sure you see the poster right over here, man. Like as you were signing posters, you just like real chill, calm, and collected, man. Like if you pulled up, if I just saw you walking around with a black eye, I would have never thought that you were like a fighter like that, bro. But like, yo, you go in there, you're undefeated, bro. Like nothing but respect. I'm an Alex Gordy fan. Before we part ways today, man, I want your final thoughts. What do you want to leave me and the entire NFC community with?
Look, man, I just want to go ahead and thank all you guys, man. David, Jesse, everybody for helping me get these fights made. My family loves watching me do this, and my friends love watching me do this, and then I myself enjoy doing it. Gives me something to do, and I'm glad that I got these types of connections that can give me these opportunities. And you too, man, you do a great job. Like you really bring the energy into that arena. Definitely my favorite ring announcer like that I've dealt with, like by far. Like you do a great job at it, man, and really appreciate all you guys.
It's all love, man. I appreciate the love. We appreciate you for just getting in there and sharing your talents in the NFC cage, bro. Look forward to your next fight. You put out a name, the Earl McKinney. To me, that's a fight that I want to be front row and center to. And, I don't make these decisions. I may have a little bit of influence on them, but I would love to see a promo done over that too. I think that's a fight that like everybody in the community would get behind because, Earl McKinney comes to fight. You come to fight. Charlene's in the queue. Charlene, what you think about that? Thumbs up, thumbs down. She throw me a thumbs up. Boom. Voila. So, yeah, man, we look forward to watching you compete. And, again, respect to you and all the homies from Chillicothe, Ohio. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. It's all love. Alex Gordy, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, man.
You know it.